healthy self-image.
Yeah.
So
But they have to get it, man.
let me say this.
So how do they get it? How do they get to be like me?
One of the problems that we faced and our kids face every day is that we let people who are not experts determine what our self-image is. Mm-hmm. The way they talk about us, the way they demean us, has an impact on us. Mm-hmm. And we begin to believe the rhetoric. We think that what they're saying is true. And here's why. Every person alive has about 50,000 thoughts a day. And when you look at those thoughts, a greater percentage of those thoughts are negative than positive. Yeah. Experts say about 90% of what the average person thinks is negative. Mm-hmm. So when a person says something about us, it's not that they said it, it's that we keep repeating it in our head. And as we repeat it, we begin to believe it. Yeah. The greatest example of a person who didn't do that was Muhammad Ali. Mm. I've had an occasion to meet him 3 different times. Yeah. 3 different times. And I'll never forget the first time I saw him, I was stunned. Not because he was Muhammad Ali. Mm-hmm. I had never heard a black person talk like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was shaking his finger in people's face and telling them who he was and how great he was and what he was going to do. I went, oh, my God. I'd never seen anything like that. It changed how I looked at myself. Yeah. It was just amazing to me. Yeah. So when I'm saying about self-image, here's the perfect example that we're talking about. This lady has a very healthy self-image. And that's what we should aspire to with our kids. Yeah. And whether it's complimenting them or showing them what they don't see, getting them to weed out the people they think are experts and showing that those people don't know what they're talking about, that self-image causes everything that flows in your life. It's how you feel about you that causes you to succeed.
See, everything we're talking about here today, it's all connected.
Yeah.
It's all connected. From the scotoma to what she just said, what you said about Muhammad Ali, they all come together. Because if we can't assert ourselves, we can't be confident about what we do. In order to be confident, you got to have that scotoma, right?
Right.
You can't see all these other things that they're trying to put out there to try to keep you down. You got to say, hey, I'm blocking all of that out.
Well, I'm going to say this, Gilbert. The book is one thing, and I'm here to talk about the book, but I got to tell you something. The ancillary products around the book and the community I'm trying to create are bigger than the book. Oh, yeah. It's like when I talk about the website, I'm praying people go there and download that.
Maybe you should tell them again what the website is.
It's barbedwiresouls.com. So just the title of the book, .com.
barbedwiresouls.com. I'd like you guys to check it out. This is phenomenal. I'm loving this.
Well, here's what I want to say. Those 10 elements, when you talked about connectivity, all of the elements connect. Yes. If you use those 10 ingredients, you will cause a change in your child. So let me give you another one, just so that we stay on track here. Yes. The greatest motivating factor that we have is something called dissonance. D-I-S-S-O-N-A-N-C-E. Dissonance is a musical term. It means disharmony. So here's what's happening. Our brains are automatically converted to want to get things back to normal. When something's out of pocket, we want to put it back in pocket. That, if used properly, is the greatest motivating tool. So I'll give you an example. Let's say that Gilbert's driving around on Sunday, and he passes a lot and it has Teslas on it. He said, I've been thinking about that car. Let me just go check it out. They said, why don't you just take it around the corner? So he gets in the car, and the first thing he notices is that he doesn't have to start it. He puts it in gear, and it takes off, and it's quiet. He turns on the stereo and gets the sound going, and he's driving around hoping that you see him, and he's driving hoping that all his friends see him. He drives the car, and he feels everything about the Tesla. He brings it back and says, I'm going to think about it. When he gets back in his car, what happens? It doesn't feel the same. He's going, wait a minute, I'm hearing too much noise here. And I got to crank this to start it. Oh, my God, what work that is. And all of a sudden, he starts thinking, I deserve a Tesla. I should have a Tesla. Okay?
That's dissonance.
So dissonance is that disharmony that you feel once you see a higher level. So here's what I'm saying to parents. Sit with your child. Find out what they're interested in and paint that picture so dissonance is created every day for them. That every day they're trying to get to where you have taken them to mentally. And that space between where they are right now and where they want to go is dissonance. And with 50,000 thoughts a day, no one talks to you as much as you talk to you. And that's what motivates kids. It's not, I'm going to tell you to do this and you're going to, that's not it. I mean, you can use some of that, but that's not what's going to drive your child. What's going to drive your child is getting them to use those 50,000 thoughts in a more positive way, going somewhere. So when you talk about connectivity, every one of these 10 elements are connected. And if you use them right, it's going to help your child to reach their full potential. That's what I'm trying to get to with this book.
So I did tell you he's also a motivational speaker.
I just got motivated even more right now.
In fact, I have to say, so before we got here, Gilbert was sitting going, "Oh,
I was falling asleep.
I'm gonna fall asleep." And usually about this time, he is like over there. You have gotten him completely captivated. And he ain't did like
I'm
this.
awoke.
You awoke.